Con respecto al transporte público, caemos a la misma situación, tenemos muchísima gente pobre, pero son los que más se afectan con los elevados costos del medio de transporte. ¿Qué podría hacer el senador Leland Yee si llegara a ser alcalde de San Francisco?
With regards to the Muni, as we know, a lot of the poor people in San Francisco are the ones who take the bus, ride the bus, and the high costs continue to rise with Muni. What would you like to see, or what would you do with regards of transportation in San Francisco?
Well, I believe that it is extremely important that we provide a transportation system that is, number one, affordable, efficient, reliable, and then most importantly, that is safe. I don't want to put any individual on a bus not knowing for sure that the individual is going to get off that bus and be safe. It is just horrifying as a parent to somehow think that kids are going to end up being attacked or being robbed. And so it's just really a fundamental issue for me of really safety, efficiency and reliability, and then affordability in terms of our immunity system. The reality is that we are getting less money from the state relative to subsidizing public transportation. So we now have to, I think, go into the budget of Muni and really look at, where can we deal with some of the efficiency, some of the effectiveness issues so that we can make sure that the dollars that are being spent in Muni, at Muni, are in fact used wisely, and we've got to then figure out how we stretch whatever dollars we have so we maximize the use of that particular dollar.
Tenemos que encontrar forma en que los fondos que vienen del MUNE se usen de manera adecuada y mantener ese tipo de servicio en el cual es seguro, especialmente para los niños, que no queremos que los niños vayan a tener un problema o vayan a ser atacados en los buses, sea eficiente, sea puntual y que sea lo más confortable económicamente para cada aquellas personas que lo usan. Así que trabajaremos duro para eso.
Two last questions to finish, Mr. Leland Yee. Almost done. ¿Qué proyectos traería para eliminar o quizás solucionar el desempleo aquí en San Francisco?
What projects will you bring to San Francisco to eliminate or solve the current unemployment rate in San Francisco?
Well, for me as someone who has seen the economic situation in the not only the Bay Area but throughout the state of California, we've got to begin to look at new industries. That's just absolutely critical. We can, in fact, I believe, in San Francisco, really do a lot more in the area of biotechnology, in the biomedical industry, the high-tech industry, social media industry. So there's a lot of new, innovative businesses that we should, in fact, be cultivating and getting into San Francisco. And not just simply waiting for them to come, but really going out there and courting them to bring them into San Francisco. I think that's extremely, extremely important. I think that we've also got to look at how do we expand the tourism industry. That is a rather dynamic industry for us because it affects so many other businesses. It's not about just simply having an airline and other modes of transportation bringing visitors into San Francisco, but then once they're here, they affect so many other industries. For example, our attractions, the hotels, the restaurants, and other places are extremely dependent on that tourist industry. And so, in addition to that, I believe that because we are sitting in the Pacific Rim, there are so many more opportunities that we have not really gotten into to expand our trade with not only Mexico, but also with other Latin American, South American countries into the Pacific Rim. There are so many more other opportunities for us to then really look at those markets as to how do we bring some of their goods into our particular market, and then, but more importantly, generating jobs, out of that particular commerce.
Sí, tendríamos que buscar industrias nuevas, especialmente lo que es la biotécnica, lo que es la tecnología y lo que es lo médico. Estos negocios son negocios innovadores que los tenemos que traer a San Francisco, no solo traerlos, sino que los tenemos que cultivar y traerlos para que vengan a producir a San Francisco más trabajo. También tenemos que expandir el turismo, ya que afecta a otras industrias como los hoteles, los restaurantes y ciertas atracciones que tenemos en San Francisco. También tendríamos que buscar, ya que la posición global de San Francisco está en el Pacífico, tenemos que traer a otras oportunidades de negocio, no solo con México, sino que tenemos que expandir a otros lados para que estos también nos traigan sus productos y traigan trabajo y nosotros poder tomar ventaja de eso al mismo tiempo.
San Francisco es una ciudad muy protegida. En lo que respecta, tiene los mejores programas de salud, las mejores coberturas de salud que otras ciudades alrededor. Ha protegido lo que son las nuevas compañías de construcción. No hay una compañía que vaya a recibir o a agarrar contratos mientras no le dé el trabajo principal o primero a los residentes de San Francisco. La educación también tiene una protección y esto afectaría un poquito negativamente a las personas que viven fuera, pero traen a sus hijos acá a vivir, a estudiar en las escuelas, por la razón que muchas personas viajan del este de la bahía, del sur de la bahía y trabajan en San Francisco. San Francisco es una ciudad santuario y esto ha protegido a sus habitantes. Una última pregunta, y esto concierne a nuestra revista Avance Hispano. ¿Qué mensaje tiene el senador Leland Yee para los lectores de la revista Avance Hispano?
What message would you have to the people who read our magazine, Avance Hispano?
Well, my message is a message that is a long traditional message, and that is that self-sufficiency is just absolutely critical to the survivability, to the advancement of any community. It's not just simply getting a job, but really finding a way to own your own business, finding a way in which you can, in fact, expand your economic pie within your household. As we are all growing and as we are all increasing, our family, it is extremely important that we find an economic model that also then grows along with the growth of a family. And so how do you, in fact, grow a business, or how do you enter into that business market? Not just simply maybe working for someone else, but that rather working for yourself, and how do you expand that economy and expand that particular job into a business is extremely critical. And I want to offer my assistance to all of you to figure out how we do this together. The challenges are extremely great. The reality is that we don't have enough resources to deal with all the things that we have, and so we're going to really have to rely on ourselves now. And I know of no better way of relying on ourselves and to then open up even greater economies for ourselves by getting a job, a better job, and owning your own business.
Este es un mensaje tradicional. No solo se necesita encontrar el trabajo necesario para mantener a una familia, sino que uno como persona tiene que extender su situación económica, ya sea abriendo un negocio, promoviendo un negocio, y ese negocio tiene que crecer con la familia, trabajando para usted. Esto no es una cuestión de solo del gobierno, sino que tenemos que hacerlo juntos. Nosotros, entre todos, tenemos que buscar esa forma de hacer crecer nuestras comunidades y tener un mejor porvenir para todos.
Así es como concluimos la plática con el señor senador Leland Yee. Como les digo, es el primer ciudadano norteamericano con descendencia china elegido al Senado del Estado de California, y también a los 3 años dice él que vino de China hacia los Estados Unidos. Felicidades, y ojalá que el pueblo lo apoye cuando usted ya oficialmente se lance para alcalde de San Francisco. Muchísimas gracias, señor senador Leland Yee. Bienvenido a nuestra revista avancehispano.com. Ahí estamos trabajando para el bien de la comunidad.
We would like to thank you for this opportunity. We're working for the benefit of the community, and we would hope that the citizens of San Francisco will support you in the endeavor of being a mayor of San Francisco.
Well, again, thank you for the opportunity to come into your home and to offer a little bit about who I am. But most importantly, if we work together, there's nothing that we cannot solve and that we cannot accomplish. And my invitation to all of you is, in fact, to work together, make San Francisco even better, and make our families even better. Thank you very, very much.
quiero dar las gracias por esta oportunidad. Mi invitación para ustedes es que juntos podemos trabajar y hacer la ciudad de San Francisco mejor tanto para nosotros como para ustedes. Gracias por estar con nosotros este día.
Muchísimas gracias.
Thank you very
señor
much. Thank you.
Leland Yee.
Muchas gracias.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Una producción de avancehispano.com.